It's just Bruce. He don't bite. Hello.
So say hello, Daisy. Say hello. As you can see, Daisy's still around. She's doing really good. She's getting big. She's getting big. We've had her a couple months now. And she is really, really cool. Look, there's you. Say hi. Say hello. Anyway, you're probably wondering, why haven't I been around? Where's Bruce from jail? I got my other one down here going nuts. Poor Grace. She's still here. She got Lyme disease and I'll put you down. Okay, I had to put Daisy down because Grace was getting jealous. She's right here. Gracie's back hip joints are going out on her. She had Lyme disease and it did some damage to her. She's 7 years old. She's doing okay, but she's not going to be a jumper anytime soon. Anyway, back to what I was saying. I probably just chopped through that real quick because it was... yeah. Anyway, Daisy's doing good. Grace, there she is. I can't do a video with these guys jumping on me. All right. I haven't done a video in over a month, and I just want to get on here and let you guys know why, because I know you're on the edge of your seats wondering, ooh, where's Bruce at? Where's Bruce at? Well, I'm still here. Shortly after the last video I did, allergy season starts hitting. I completely lost my voice. And I've been that way for the past 3 weeks. If you know my voice, this is not back to normal yet. So, but I am capable of doing a video now. Last year when this happened, I did a video and I just put some signs down saying some stuff because I really wanted to do a video, and it seemed like everybody hated that video, so I didn't bother doing that this time. Anyway, let's catch up a little bit, and I have some things I'd like to talk about, and hopefully my voice will come back permanently, and we can continue with what we're doing. So anyway, like I said, my voice is still not up to par, but I talk a lot, so here I am. What's happened over the past month? Daisy, I don't know if I think I did show this video, but Daisy will go get me a beer now and bring me one when I call for it, and that's just amazing. My wife has her jumping through a hoop. No problem. She's jumping through a hoop about 3 feet up off the ground. I mean, she's part Jack Russell, so of course she can jump. Puppy's doing great. Grace is recovering. She's not back to normal, but she's doing all right. And she was trying to jump up on, but she can't jump up anymore. So I felt bad, so I had to stop and restart. Anyway, my birthday was Saturday, May 13th. Turned 55 years old. And I know you're thinking, it's May. Why am I wearing a Halloween shirt? This is one of my shop shirts. I just think it's a good shirt. It glows in the dark, too. Yeah, I'm weird. Anyway, what I've been doing for the past month, working at the restaurant, of course. Had a few issues up there. We're dealing with them, and it's working out for the better. It's getting into busy season for summer events and stuff like that. We just had a car show on Wednesday, and that was a lot of fun. But I've also been working on my eBay store, Jenner Custom Toys. Gotta plug it. Working in eBay store. I'm concentrating more on doing the restoration of older toys now. I still have my products up there. I do have an idea that I hope to bring out in a month or so of a series of new action figures that hasn't been done before. I've looked everywhere. I can't find any company that's done these action figures. It's from my childhood. And the only thing I'm going to say, it has nothing to do with Star Wars. It's completely different. So, with that said, so what I've been doing is going on eBay or wherever, flea markets, well, not flea markets, I haven't been to a flea market, antique stores. A couple different sources I've used. I went and I bought a whole bunch of pieces parts of different Star Wars things. In this case, I found a resource where I got a big tub of Star Wars toy parts, just busted toys. Most people just think, oh, just throw it in the trash. I paid $10 for a big tub of, I guess they call it fodder. I paid $10 for a big tub of just fodder, just pieces parts. And I'm like, $10, why not give it, because I might need little pieces for this, that, and the other. I brought it home, and let's go over some of the awesome things I did with it. I was trying to find a picture of the actual tub, which I know I took, but I can't find it. I don't know why. But it had a lot of X-Wing parts in it from different eras. It had the Power of the Force X-Wing in it. It had the Battle Damage X-Wings in it. It had a bunch of original X-Wing parts, broken wings, broken pieces. Motors weren't working. If you know about these antique Star Wars toys, and you know how hard it is to get them working. What I got out of it, let me keep in mind I paid $10 for this big tub, is right here. That's what I got out of it. I made these X-Wings all from the container I'm telling you about. Trying to get... So yeah, I blocked myself out for a minute. I redid all these. I made the stickers myself. The cannons, most of these cannons on here are reproductions. I started making them myself. They were a little bit tedious, and then my friend, who has a 3D printer, and keep in mind, I've said before, I don't like 3D printers. But for this particular replacement part, he made me a set, and I put it on one of these. I'm actually happy with the way it looks. And I've been working on the canopies. I've made these canopies myself. As you can see, I wasn't quite done yet. But I did make the canopies myself on these X-Wings. Now, you'll see there is a Slave One right in the middle of it, and we're going to get to that in a minute. But, yeah, $10 worth of fodder. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got 6 X-Wings out of it. A little bit of love, a little bit of cleaning, some new stickers, some new cannons. And I sold 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these on eBay so far. I think I have 2 left out of this batch because I ended up getting another box right afterwards. So, yeah, if you check my eBay store, General Custom Toys, I think I just put one up tonight that I just finished today. It's actually from a different batch of stuff that I bought. So I just thought that was really interesting. It's really fun to do. I enjoy it. And if people that I know, like in real life, that check my videos out once in a while, if you wonder what I actually do, this is part of it. And it's a lot of fun. It makes a lot of other collectors happy. And, because there's people that really, really love this stuff. I'm one of them. I don't need all these X-Wings. That's why they're mostly being sold on eBay. In fact, I'm not keeping any of the X-Wings. I have my own original X-Wing in my toy room, which since I've cut down my collection, I want these to go to a good home. So that's all I want to say about that. I did a video before of an X-Wing restoration from beginning all the way to the end if you want to check that out. But we don't need to get into that here. Now, this little guy lives in my front yard. And I made him out of resin. Resin. I made it out of resin. And, of course, I painted it. It's, Godzilla eating the garden gnomes. And no one's surprised that I made this. No one's surprised that I keep it in my garden. But I just finished this last night. My wife loves it. She grabbed it immediately as soon as it was dry, and she put it outside. I'm like, okay. I mean, she either hates it or likes it. I think she liked it. But I decided to throw it in there just to show you some of the stuff I do on the side. It's not always Star Wars. Now, this is 1979 Kenner Vintage Slave One Boba Fett ship that we had when we were kids to play with. And this was also pieces parted in the big tub that I told you about, the first tub. And it was broken. It was in pieces. It was even, I almost just said the heck with it. Then I started looking. I'm like, well, it's not missing that much. So I go through my scrap bin back there. And I was able to find the guns on the top and the back here right next to my finger. Those guns there. I had one of them. That's all I needed. So I repaired that. It was a big break in the plastic of one of these fins. It's actually the fin on the other side, so you can't see it. And then I've always made the back ramp. It's one of my reproductions I made for a while. I decided to go and break out the old mold, and I made that. And then the Han and Carbonite down here at the bottom with the stickers, I made that from resin too. And it cleaned up really nice. I mean, when I first got it, it was dirty. I thought it was stained. It wasn't stained. My cleaning process took it right back to brand new plastic. And then, of course, I have the stickers. I redid them in Photoshop and touched them up a little bit, put them on there, made them just a little bit different, so any real collector knows it ain't right. Because I don't want this be sold to a collector as a, brand new item or a completely vintage original item. I would never do that. But that's one of my other restorations that I've done over the past couple weeks, and I had a lot of fun doing it. Let's see what's next. So not only have I taken all that time to do the restorations and things, I actually sat down and took a couple nights to clean my toy room. Now, if you're a collector of loose figures and ships, you know how much dust they collect. I don't care whether you have it in your basement, whether you have it in a special room upstairs, dust settles on it. And if you're like me, my own personal stuff, I'm very picky about, for the most part. Or I'm not very picky about it, but I like it clean. I like it to be clean, neat, and organized. So I cleaned my entire room. Took me about 3 nights. Just sat down and put a couple movies in. Star Wars was one of them, of course. And I just sat there watching horror movies and Star Wars whenever I felt like doing. And it's so relaxing to just sit there and clean off the toys, especially my toys, because most of my ships is stuff that I've restored myself, like what I've just showed you. But my own personal collection, they're mostly stuff that I have torn apart and put back together and restored, cleaned, developed a, I don't know how else to say it, but like develop a relationship with it. I just use finger quotes. Somebody should kick me in the balls. You do, I mean, because it's not our childhood toys. I do have a few childhood toys. Oh, I got something to tell you guys. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm sorry about that, but I completely forgot about this. I wanted to do an entire video about it. But a few videos ago, I had said about I'm giving up, most of my collection, which I still am. I'm only keeping what I want. But one of the most important things I had in that collection was a die-cast land speeder. It was my very first Star Wars toy, and all these years, I kept it. It was one of the few things out of all this mess that I actually kept for myself, and it just had a spot here. I mean, it was my real toy when I was a little kid. I have people in and out over the past year, cherry picking, buying stuff that I'm willing to sell. One of those people, I'm still not sure who it is. I'm sure it was just some rando off Facebook or something that, because I get a lot of people that I don't know that want to buy stuff off me. But anyway, I'm not accusing anybody. I know what happened. Somebody stole my die-cast land speeder, the one thing that really got me started when I was a little kid. So with that said, and you can watch the video before to get the whole story on that. This is going to be a long video, maybe. I don't know. I opened my mailbox the other day, and there's a box in there. And it's from Tennessee. I don't really know a lot of people from Tennessee. I've got a cousin who lives in Tennessee. I don't think I really have a lot of friends in Tennessee, like people I talk to. And I'm like, who could be sending me this? I open it up. It's a die-cast land speeder. In very nice shape. Very nice shape. Now, I didn't buy this. Somebody sent it to me. And no card, no nothing. Just a box with it in it. And like I said, it was postmarked from Tennessee. I asked my cousin. They didn't do it. The best I can think of is it must have been one of my customers from Jenner Custom Toys that saw the video, because how else are they going to get my address? But whoever, and if you're watching this video, dude, I mean, I'm not an emotional wreck, but I saw this and I realized what was going on, and I literally almost cried a little bit. Just a little bit. Yeah, I'll admit it. Go ahead, make fun of me. I don't care. Men cry. But it just meant so much to me. And I know to buy this is probably, I don't know, 20, 30 bucks. It's not about the money. It was about the respect. And so, even though this isn't my childhood one, it's going to stay with me. And it's going in a place of honor where the other one used to be. But I really want to thank you, whoever you are. We're just going to call you Tennessee. Thank you, Tennessee. Really appreciate it. I just can't believe somebody would do something that nice for me. And I appreciate it. So I'm going to go put this back, and we're going to continue with what we were talking about. And yeah, this is honest reaction. I completely forgot about this. I was going to do a whole video about it, but I don't think there's enough material there. But let me go put this back, and my dog wants to go out, so I'll be right back. Okay, doggies were out. I'm back. I forgot to put my cigarette out before I started recording again, but I don't care. I'm tired, and I drink a little bit, right? Okay, just in case you didn't know. Hide the kids. What else are we gonna talk about? Oh, some people have asked me lately. Let me put this out. All right, maybe I should say I'm sorry about that, but I'm not. I don't care. Some people have been asking me lately on emails and in the groups, especially on Facebook, because I'm old and I don't use Twitter and I don't use Snapchat and Instagram. I don't use any of this. I have accounts. You might find me on there, but I don't use them. So if you're trying to stalk me on Instagram, Snapchat, you ain't gonna find me. Or I don't even have a Twitter account. Don't really care. But anyway, on the groups that I'm at with collectors my age and whatnot, even some of my personal friends are like, why don't you give us a tour of your toy room? Well, if you've been watching my videos, I did that like 2 or 3 times. No one cares. No one cares. So I don't do it. But what I will do is I'll show you a picture of my freshly cleaned toy room, and it's probably down to about 50% of what it used to be. Because like I said, I'm selling a lot of stuff that I don't want. Yes, I'm moving myself to the side. Here's one wall right there. And that is 2 walls, actually. It's in the corner. But I keep my I got my carded figures on the wall there. That's Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi. Before you get all excited, those are my own custom cards. That's just how I choose to display them. I put them in his little sealed, what do they call, clamshells? Put them in the clamshells to seal them, so it keeps the dust and any odors and stuff like that away from the figures as much as I can. Plus, I know that they're all original with original weapons. That's why I do it that way. Plus, I think it looks neat. And that's if you're looking at the picture, it'll be to the right side. You look further to the left, you can see I got my Millennium Falcons there, 2 of them, and on the bottom shelf, there's a Power of the Force Millennium Falcon, Power of the Force X-Wing. Not a fan, but I have it, and it looks neat. It's just not what I grew up with. And then I'm not going to explain the whole thing. If you want to really study it that much, freeze frame the picture and check it out for yourself. And here is the other angle for you see where I have the carded figures, and you couldn't see that door before. And then on the far right, that's my original vintage stuff, plus a custom Death Star that another thing that I got from basically for dirt cheap, but it was all broken, and I'm like, well, I can't really make this back into a Death Star playset, so I customized it, and I think I did a video about that a while back. So if you want to look at it closer, just type in Jenner Custom Toys custom Death Star, I guess. I don't know. I'm so bad at this. Anyway, it doesn't matter. And so that's pretty much my toy room right there. For those that are interested, that's like the quickest tour ever. But yeah, I spent the other night sitting there just relaxing at home. My wife was out working, so just relaxing at home. I'm like, I haven't cleaned this stuff in forever. So I just dust, little paintbrush. That's all I use. Like, here it is. This little guy here, just... That's all I use. No chemicals, no nothing. Occasionally I have to take a damp cloth just to wipe I don't know, maybe it's a snot rocket. Who knows? I don't know. But it's very relaxing for me, and I can reminisce, and it makes me happy. That's what your collection should do. Your collection should make you happy. Like I said in my last video, when I talked about collections, you don't have to let anybody tell you how to collect. Collect your way. By the way, I never did take that yak face and throw it in the campfire. That was... I was just making a metaphor. But, yeah. So, I just want to touch base with you guys. I think this video might be a little too long. Usually I get, like, super real at the end of the videos, but I don't know. Things are good right now. I don't really have anything to be super real about. I'm still watching the same people on YouTube that I admire. I watch Junkman, or that, if you don't know who that is, it's That Junkman on YouTube. He's a funny guy. He's a funny guy. Knows a lot about Star Wars. He does a lot of informative videos. He does a lot of funny shit too, and I like that. I feel if me and him live closer, apparently I don't think he drinks, but me and him live closer, I think we'd probably hang out and have a good conversation. There's another guy, not really fond of. I don't watch his videos anymore. He's kind of a jerk. First name is Michael. That's all I'm going to say about him. Yeah. He's one of the people that are ruining the hobby for everybody, in my opinion. It's a good thing about collecting. You're allowed to have your own opinion. Oh, yeah. One other thing. I broke my teeth over this past month. I have made no secret that I do wear dentures. I broke the damn thing on a chicken wrap, of all things. So I'm like, all right, well, I got insurance. I'll just go get another plate made. It's going to take over a month to get a new plate. And I'm like, wow. I mean, what if I was in severe pain? What if I wasn't a toy maker and couldn't do this? Because, yeah, these are ones I made myself. Because I'm a little self-conscious. I mean, I don't mind if people know that I have fake teeth, but I really don't want people to see me without teeth. I've done it in a couple videos before, though. I mean, overall, I really don't care. But I don't know. But over a month, I mean, come on. I can make my own Halloween teeth in like an hour. An hour. Why does it take that long to get a set of dentures? I don't know. I'm not a dentist. So anyway, like and subscribe. I could really use some likes. I could really use some subscribers. Every time you like or even dislike, it helps me. Try to watch my videos end to end because you never know what I'm going to do. I think people are starting to figure out that I get real at the end of the video. Try to be nice at the beginning so I don't get like in trouble for saying shit. But yeah. I'll catch you next time. I promise next time will be a better video. But it's good to be back. And I hope to have some good content coming up real soon. Catch you later, guys.
It's just Bruce. He don't bite. Hello.